From the leads of the show hoping to get a happy ending, to the storyline paying attention to other characters if the couple died. This is Sam Heughan and Katrina Balfe opening up about how they want the show to end. The fan-favorite couple has predicted that the historical drama will end on good terms. Outlander has been renewed for an 8th and final season, with conversations hinting at multiple spin-offs. When talking about the end of the show, Balfe said she'd like to see Jamie and Claire relaxing on a porch with their feet up, having a warm cup of tea. She hoped that the series finale would be a Romeo and Juliet moment, not in a heartbreaking way, but a peaceful one, where they're both together. She also mentioned that she would have loved for the two to retire on a beach somewhere with a cocktail bar. The actress doesn't think either of them can survive without each other, and Claire couldn't leave Jamie, even in her wildest imaginations. While Balfe doesn't know how the series will end since she prefers to maintain some mystery, her co-star Sam has some hints. The actor admitted that he's one of the only people who knows how the star's hit show will end, spilling that Diana Gabaldon, the book's author, emailed him the last 4 pages of what will be the last book during the first few weeks of shooting. It's top secret, and no one else has seen that except for the executive producer. He also joked that the ending of the series was rubbish and said that Diana was still writing the 10th book, so they still have a long way to go. Of course, the Scottish actor has sworn to secrecy, and that's why I can't say how the show will end, even though the star did promise great storytelling in the final season. He might not have revealed much, but it's safe to say the series finale won't resemble a Game of Thrones situation. While Balfe and Heughan have hoped for peaceful endings for their characters, this wasn't the case for all cast members. Some had more extreme predictions, like Charles van der Vaart, who said the show will probably end in space. David Berry didn't have any ideas, but had a firm belief that the series' fate was in good hands. He said that the show had been written by one of the most successful authors, and he trusted Gabaldon to know exactly what she had in store. The actor knew that most of the show's cast had been kept in the dark about its fate, with the exception of Heughan. But he was looking forward to how the show will wrap up, just like the fans. For some of the cast, that excitement meant that the end would be filled with blood. Joey Phillips joked that everyone will probably die, and Sophie Skelton agreed with him on a more serious note. She admitted that since the show was always tearing their hearts out, it wouldn't be a surprise if the writers killed someone off. But John Bell assured worried fans that they're going to go out with a bang and tell the story the way it's supposed to be told. The entire cast became very close after working together in Scotland for most of the year, so they're sad that the show is reaching its final season. But Sophie said that the story wasn't over yet and they'd get to be with their characters for another year. She shared that she hoped the story ends with Roger and Brianna back in the future, with their kids running around. They go to the cinema and there's no drama, just peace. But Outlander author has made it clear on social media that her father Jamie will not travel forward in time with his family and won't live out his life at Lallybroch either. So does this mean that she's hinting at heartbreak as the series comes to an end? No, Diana has promised that the show has a happy ending. She said that the series will wrap up in Scotland around the year 1800 and that it'll be both uplifting and devastating, and she expects readers to be in a flood of tears. She also revealed that Jamie's ghost, which hasn't been seen since the pilot episode, will return at the end of the story in the novels. But with the announcement that season 8 will be the last, it's not very likely that the time travel drama will end the same way as her novel series. So, even though the show is taking its final bow, the Fraser clan might not be saying goodbye for good. Diana's got the power to keep the magic alive and give us new stories. And we'll finally get a chance to dive back into that Outlander universe we love. But fans still aren't ready to say goodbye and refuse to believe the shocking news posted by Balfe and Heughan. Claire and Jamie's real-life counterparts broke the news on social media, announcing that the 8th season will be the show's final chapter. They also thanked their wonderful fans for being with them since season 1 and paid a heartfelt tribute. Even though there's one more year before we bid farewell to the show, Outlander fans are having trouble accepting and processing the news. A fan said that while the news of a new season was wonderful, it was a bittersweet feeling to see the show end. Balfe, in her heartfelt post on Instagram, said that the show had been a gift beyond her wildest dreams. It brought her friends for life and helped her grow as an actor and a person. Fans gushed that they loved the journey with the Outlander cast since the beginning, while others were less ready to let go, hoping it wasn't the end of the journey. But finally, they accepted the news with a very heavy heart and are now looking forward to the prequel, Outlander, Blood of My Blood. It'll be produced by the same team, Maril Davis, Matthew B. Roberts, and Ronald D. Moore. Matthew said that the title was a nod to Jamie's marriage vow to Claire, and there'll be several names and faces that Outlander fans will know and recognize. With the announcement of the show's end, fans came up with theories about how the writers would avoid a Game of Thrones-style disaster. One theory says that they'll keep the one-book, one-season format, and the TV show will end with Book 8. When a fan asked Hewen if the story will continue with Diana's Book 10, or however many the author chooses to publish, Sam simply responded with a hands-praising emoji, seemingly confirming that a final movie or two covering the next books will be made. Some predicted that Jamie wouldn't die, even though the ghost we saw in Season 1 is making people think so. Others think that the Highland warrior will pass away and Claire will return to her own time. Some of the fans also believe that if they both die, they'll die together. One said that they'd love to see the couple live out their golden years together, but that's unlikely, considering the time period, their age, and the dangerous situations they're always in. The actors are gutted about the show ending, by the way. Sam revealed that losing the Outlander family will be the hardest part, and he was grateful to the friends that he made while working on the show, especially Katrina, since they've been working together for quite some time and share a close friendship. The Spy Who Dumped Me star said the two learned a lot about each other over the years and also the characters, who they've lived with for 10 years. Balfe added that it had been an amazing run, and it's been more than a decade since she was playing these characters. So she was excited to welcome new challenges after this chapter in her life ends. She said it's hard leaving the show since it's given so much to her, but she was grateful to work with the current cast and crew and formed some amazing relationships. After this, she said she'd probably sit in her room and stare at a wall for a little while, unsure of what to do with herself. Sam also said that he was definitely going to keep Jamie's boots, which is a souvenir he loves the most, since they make him feel like Jamie when he puts them on. If you're also having a hard time accepting the news like me, just remember that you'll see your favorite duo reunite soon in Season 7. But if they end up dying in the next one, fear not. The author has other beloved characters that can take their place, and the story can continue without the main stars. So there you have it. From the storyline paying attention to other characters if the couple died, to Outlander's leads hoping for a happy ending for their tragic couple, that was Sam Hewen and Katrina Balfe opening up about how they want the show to end.